get some sort of picture on here. Hold on a second, then we'll get going. It's kind of frustrating. I lost my stand for this. I don't know where I put it at. I was going to make some modifications to it, and I set it down somewhere. I looked all over the house for it. I can't find it anywhere. And I was just realizing how lame the collector is without the stand to hold it up. I mean, I can't even hold Man at Arms in there unless I actually hold it the whole time. It really takes away from the playability of the collector. Now, unfortunately, I'm not making any more stands. So if you don't have one, that kind of stinks. But I'm not making any more. So hopefully you guys can figure out some way to make your own stand. And I got to hunt mine down and figure out where I put it. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into this and talk about the new part that I am making. So this is the new part that I'm making, and I showed it off yesterday. This took 14 hours to print, this newer version, and this is done in a much nicer printer with an O2 nozzle, and the walls are 2 millimeters thick all the way around, wherever there's wall thickness in there. And let's see, what else do I have going on in here? I think that's really the main thing. Now, last night it did lock up while it was printing, so I do have a weird line right in there. And what it was my spool got stuck. Those stuck spools. And so, not totally happy with it, so I had to put it on really fast mode to get it done in time for today. I'm going to a friend's house later and going to be showing him this cool new piece I've been working on. And so I was excited to get it done in time. So it sat for a number of hours not printing at all, while it was just waiting for me to come back and unclog this, not unclog the spool, just get so it was unstuck. And basically I just turned the spool a couple revolutions, then put it back, and then it worked just fine the rest of the day. Right now I have all the parts printing. I have Skeletor's computer printing, the new throttle, and this computer all at the same time. And it's a 20-hour print for all of them together. And I'm going to see how it comes out. Now, it's without the computer screens. Those are a separate print. But that way I can offer all three of them to people. Again, it stinks of not doing the stands anymore. They were just too hard, too big to ship, and just all these little issues. All right, there we go. Well, that looks mighty smooth. Now, it's not perfectly smooth because it's 3D printed, so there'll always be some anomalies in there no matter what you do. And of course, where all the supports are, it always looks bad. So that is a given, but these are all hidden underneath the action figure's legs area. So that should not be an issue at all, because you're not going to see that once it's installed. So let's go ahead. Man, I'm really missing that stand. It's funny, I didn't realize how much I depend on that stand when I'm doing videos for this. At least when I'm even posing my stuff on the shelf. Because when it's hoisted up, you can put figures down below too and have a really cool scene. But I gotta pull him out of here because he's just banging on the ground. Oh, you lost your gun, Man at Arms. No. Chink. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get this going now. So, as you remember, for those that were here yesterday, it's a pretty easy installation. My original installation was going to have you remove the original controls here, but I found out that's just way too hard to do. I did it myself, but I had to pry it up, and I thought I can't expect everyone to remove this. So that's why I made these holes here. And so basically, you lift his hands up, and you can put it while he's in the seat or out of the seat. Let's just take them out. What the heck? And then you put these in first, and once you have that in, you're going to take those holes and line them up. Then once they're lined up, just do a little push, and it snaps right in place. And there are the controls for Beastman or whoever else you want to put in there. Why isn't he sitting? Hold on. Oh, his foot's stuck on that little peg. There we go. There we go. And then, of course, his hands just sit on the levers like he's actually controlling it. And then I have not designed any new screens yet, but I'm working on it. And this just goes in right there. And it glows in the dark. And I know it's pretty bright right now in here, so you may not be able to tell. You can see the light hitting it and it glows. And that's pretty much it. So this will be the one that I'll be selling in this color, and then I'm remaking these two in the same lighter color too, and I'll be selling them individually or as a set of 3. And so there you go. So cool. Boop. And for those that were not here yesterday, this little computer just hooks into the spot where his Havoc staff's made to go, and it just pops right in there. And then this one, you have to pull out the old one and then put it in its place. And it works both with classics and it also works with origins. You can see my video I made last night about how it works with origins. But I am really happy with this control panel. That looks pretty slick. Let me pull it out and show you guys again so you can get a really good look at it. Now, of course, like I said, there will be some roughness wherever the supports were. But basically, this little lip right here goes against the handles right here on the seat, and then this right here goes against this top surface up here, so it nestles nicely. And then these are the controls, these are the buttons, so you can pretend like he does stuff with them. And I don't want you guys to think like it's perfect. Let me show you some zoom up spots here. You will still see some roughness no matter what you do, because it is 3D printed, so that is going to always be there. Now, some people will take and they'll sand it, coat it with resin, and paint it. If you want one that's perfect, that's what I suggest you do. But this is pretty good, considering my prototype, which you can see the lines in this one a whole lot worse than you can in the new one. I mean, look at the roughness difference between a prototype one that I made and the finished one. You can really see it like in the buttons right here. And then how the buttons look on this one. Nice and clean and no caffeine. All right, let me stick it back in there. Now, I didn't actually make this for you guys. I made it for myself because I really hated having the controls way up front. That just seemed ridiculous to me. And I really wanted something for Beastman to hang on to control the spaceship. Or not control the spaceship, but control the claws. And I already made this, and I already made this, so I figured I gotta finish it. And it was just sitting there, needing to be finished. So that is what I did the past few days. There we go. Look at that. Look at it. It's so cool. All right. Anyway, that's all I got. Just a real quick video showing the update. I don't have them up for sale yet. I first want to finish making the new screens and get some more run under my belt before I put them up for sale for those that want them. Man, that's so crazy without the stand. I cannot believe what a difference that makes. I mean, yeah, I could probably stick it on my flashlight and balance it on there. There we go. But then, of course, it's going to be really wobbly. Beastman, you lost your screen. There we go. And I'll probably just have one set screen that will go in there, so it probably will not be a swappable part. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. I love the way it came out. My wife actually likes this one better than this. And I said, it's because of the glowing screen? She goes, no, I just like the design of it better. I don't know. I kind of like the way this one came out, but she likes this one better, so there you go. All right, looking for comments. Let's see what you guys said. Hey, the Feared Storm's actually joining me. David, thanks for being here. Delph Park, thanks for being here. Hello, good to see you. Laughing out loud, you already answered my question without reading it. I wrote you on Messenger about this piece, also while you're planning on doing the stands again. Oh yeah, sorry. No stands. As cool as they are, it was just, it just destroyed printers. It was the printer destroyer. To do the stands, you had to run it at 235 degrees, and I used an '06 nozzle, and it spits it out so fast, the wheel just slowly spins the whole time on the plastic, and it's just really bad on the printer. I've gone through many printers because of those stands, so no more stands. I'm trying to print one more because I actually wanted the final version for myself, and I may make. I tried to make one last night, and it came out bad, bad. Look at that. Look how horrible that looks. It just looks awful. So I stopped the print, and it's just because my printers are getting just too old and too beat up. So I am getting rid of most of my printers and getting a brand new one that will print much better. But the new one cannot print big parts, so I can't print the stand. It's too tall for the new one. And I also won't be able to print the Grayskull floors. So my last box of Grayskull floors is going out in a couple days. And that will be the end of the Grayskull floors era until the company I'm buying the new printers from actually makes one. And it's funny, it's only this far away from being big enough. Can you do a smaller stand for the Wind Raider? Yeah, I'm not going to do any more stands. Doesn't the Wind Raider come with a stand? I thought it did. Maybe not. I don't know. But there we go. That's so funny. There's nowhere to stick his Havoc staff. I mean, you could run it down the center like that. So that's kind of weird. And if he gets in a wreck, it's going to smack him in the head. Poof. Oh! Let's try on the side right here. Nope. Oh, maybe. Nope. It's not going to close. If I put the head down first. It reminds me when you're a kid and your parents are trying to, get some 2x4 sent home or whatever. So they run it down the center of the car all the way from the trunk. Mattel, you made it too long. And I could put it that way, I guess. Got to put the power strip in there, otherwise the thing won't go. This is the piece that powers the whole entire unit. Without it, there's no power. No power. And of course, this does glow blue. It's actually the piece that goes into the stand, and because it's so long, it comes up through the center right there. And it's funny because I made it glow in the dark blue, so I kept losing them when I first made them black. And I thought, you know what? I'll just make them glow in the dark blue. And I loved it because it was like it was the power supply now for the ship, because there's not a lot of room in here. Something's got to power it. So that was kind of my... Oop, your armband's caught, man. I got to put it up higher now when he's using the controls. Let's see. There we go. Do-do-do. All right. That's all I got. Thanks for joining me. And if you like this video, share it. And I should have an update probably in a few days with the new screens and hopefully a stand for my thing too. And hopefully I can find the one that I set somewhere. And hey, I got Hordak to sit in the chair better. Look at that. He's not sitting quite as awkward as he was before. It stinks too, because that new Hordak, the one I don't like, he fits perfect in the throne. It's like, no, how come this one has to fit so nicely in there? Look at this. Look at this. It just drives me crazy that these Masterverse figures are made so well. Look at that. It's like it was made for him. Who knows? I'll end up with a Hordak Masterverse figure. It's just he's too tall. I don't want to have a giant Hordak towering over He-Man. I was tempted to steal his loincloth. I think that might be the thing. Because you can see this harder plastic loincloth is my problem. Where his is nice and soft rubber. I think that's what actually is what's making it work so well. Of course, his legs do go pretty high up. If the loincloth wasn't there, the legs may go up higher. So if I was to have a rubbery loincloth, it might solve my problem. Here's your problem. You got pants made of wood. Yes. All right. Let me check your final comments. There's also those concepts on the Dragon Armor Skeletor and the flip out guns for He-Man armors and the Power of Honor book. Yes, there is. Those look really cool. Nope, I have no intentions of making the laser armor for Origins. I'm guessing we're going to get that soon anyway. Are you planning to get Origins, She-Ra, and Swiftwind? No, I am not. I actually had it in my cart. I was getting ready to buy it. And I thought, why am I buying this cool set? Because I'm not really gonna put it anywhere. I have the classics one for display, and I thought, you know, I'm not even gonna get it because I already know it's gonna end up on the chopping block. So now I'm predetermining what I don't want to get because of the whole chopping block thing. But anyway, one last look at the collector. The collector and all the cool stuff. It's funny, I made one for each one of the three guys. That's funny. I didn't realize that's what I ended up doing. And I told my wife, this looks so cool. I need to redesign his because his is pretty lame now. He has no navigation controls. I should have made like a piece that has something right here with a bunch of navigation controls on it. But, oh well. Oh well. Skeletor can do the navigation and tell him which way to fly. Fly up, fly down. I guess that's Skeletor's job. I am the navigator. Which was a pretty awesome Disney movie. Haven't seen it yet. So his Havoc staff, it just shrinks and fits into his back pocket. No need to transport it. All right. Last chance for comments. Still waiting for the Filmation attack track. Yes, that'd be cool. All right. Good journey, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Oh, wait. I got to have someone say good journey. Good journey. Bye now.